Welcome to Gateways to Glendale College. I'm Deb Kinley, your host. Today we're talking with Paul in the bookstore at GCC. How are you doing, Paul?
I'm great today. How are you doing?
Great. Thank you so much. So tell us about the bookstore. I know we have under new management.
Yes.
That's what I'm really talking about.
Absolutely. Well, obviously the bookstore has been here for a long time.
Yes.
I've been with the bookstore since about January, and the bookstore itself has been operated by Flet Higher Education Group since December 2011.
Okay. And we hear a little bit of an accent, yes. So
Yes.
tell us where you're from.
I'm from London, England.
London.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been here about 6 years, so sometimes my accent comes and goes a little bit, but I'm very English.
We all love to hear a good accent.
Thank
for
you.
sure, for sure. Well, what can you tell us about the bookstore? How did Flet come to manage it?
Well, Flet operate 950 bookstores nationwide. Flet itself has been in business 140 years, and they've been a trusted partner to all sorts of educational services in that time, from libraries to universities to schools to school districts, as a provider of content, a provider of wholesale books. So it's only natural the school would want to have somebody that trusted and that knowledgeable operating the bookstore.
Okay. And a common concern for students, of course, is the cost of the books.
Absolutely.
So how does Flet help with that?
Well, we're very aware of that. It's definitely the number one concern to students, the cost of course materials. So we do everything in our power. Obviously, publishers set the prices, but we have a whole range of options to help students with that. Our textbook rental program is very, very popular. Textbook rental is incredibly popular. And the way it works is students are able to rent their books for the semester. So they would pay a rental fee, which is typically half the price of the new book. And on used books, it's even more competitive. It varies, but it can be very, very low. For that fee, they then get to use the book. They can rent new or used, and they can use that book for the entirety of the semester. So they get it all throughout till the end of finals. If they do change their mind at the end and they just want to keep the book, they just pay the difference between the rental fee and the price of the book, new or used, whichever condition they have it in. So it's really nice that they get that choice. A lot of students don't realize that, so they think that they're not going to be able to keep the book at the end. But if they want to keep the book, it's almost like they're paying in installments, so they rent to buy. And if they don't need the book anymore, they've just paid that rental fee and they return it at the end of the semester. Even new books, they are able to highlight as they will. So for the entirety of the semester they have the book, it's their book to use as they will. So they can highlight it, they can make notes in it. Even if it's a new book, we just get it back in used condition to rent it or sell it again. So that's great.
Okay, very good. Do you have electronic books?
We do. Ebooks are very popular. We have different kinds of ebooks. So, there's Cafe Scribe, which is just our regular Flet ebook. We have Pageburst, Copia, Applia, Inkling, all sorts. There's all these names.
All sorts of acronyms.
All sorts. And some of them are just a straight up copy of the book. And again, we are very competitive on pricing. They can be up to 40 to 60% off the price of a new book. So again, it's a very appealing price for students. So we offer about half our books in ebook form, and that's growing all the time. So we're always adding to that.
Are students able to keep those ebooks throughout the semester or forever? Or
again, it depends on the book,
thing?
and that will be factored into the pricing. So some of them they rent for, say, 180 days. Other ones they get to keep forever.
Okay.
And some of them have extra content on, so they have tests and quizzes, and they even have ways to submit their homework to teachers. So it's something teachers can use as well. And both our digital books and our rental books are covered by our full return policy. So
full return
policy. So if they rent a book or they buy a book, they have up until the end of the first week of classes to change their mind and return it for a full price. And also, if they drop the class, they have up until the drop date. So we don't want people stuck with books they don't need. So as long as they have their receipt and they fulfill the other conditions.
Receipts are important.
Receipts are very important. But we let everybody know that, and we work with people when they may have lost it or anything. We're very happy to work with people.
So in that we're in the bookstore, I know a common concern of publishers today is, I guess, the fate of books, actual hard copy books, when so many people have electronic readers.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you think is going on in the industry with that?
Well, I mean, with all the changes in higher education, the one thing that isn't changing is a need for course materials. Teachers still need to assess and test understanding of the courses. So course materials are still needed, whether that's digital books or physical books. We still see a huge demand for physical books, be them new, used, rental. Physical books aren't going away anytime soon. People like them. There's definitely a switchover that will happen to digital books as technology increases and people just get more comfortable with them and faculty get more comfortable with them. And we're well ahead of the game with that. We are ready for digital books. We've seen about a 200% increase in our digital sales over the last couple of years. So we are seeing that, but at the same time, there's still a huge demand for the traditional textbook.
Do you sell the actual readers here?
They're available for our website. At the moment, we don't have any physically in the store for people to look at, but we have, again, another part of what we offer is we have our own e-filet website, which students can go to. They can order any of their course materials online for us, so they can see what they have. We can have them free pickup in store, so they can either come in and pick them up in store, or they can have them shipped to their homes. And we offer a huge variety of technology solutions and supplies and clothing all on there, even things we don't have in store, because again, we have the excellent access to our 950 stores and also our warehouses. So one of the things we've added recently with the technology side of things is if a student needs a used book, and again, price is very important, and traditionally the used book or the used rental is the most affordable option. If it's something we don't have in stock, they can happily go on our website and they can see our entire inventory. So if it's something that's in another store or in our warehouse, they can order that, it will get shipped to here and for free of charge, and they can just pick it up. And oftentimes, if it's in one of our local stores in Southern California, they'll get it the next day. So that's really something that we've been happy to offer.
Great. Now, can students order books when they register?
Absolutely. That's something that's recently been added.
Tell us how that works.
Well, that's something we're very excited to do. So basically, as they register, just through their regular MyGCC login, there's a link on that page so they can just say check my books at the bookstore. So they can use that option just to one click. As soon as they're on the website registering, they can look at all their course material. So if price is a concern when they're registering, they can compare side by side different classes of how much the books are. And obviously there's no obligation to get the books from us, but we're more than happy to show them what they are. And if they do decide to get them from us, again, just one more click and they've ordered them. And they see the whole range of options: new, used, rental, digital, and again, if they change their mind, it's fully covered by our return policy, but they can have them shipped to their home or just shipped to the store. Or if they're in the store, we just bag them up and they just come in and show their ID and they pick them up, and it's as easy as that, and we can stay on top of it, so it's always ready the same day. And it's a great way to do it in rush, because when the lines get long, and we love it when we're busy.
The first week or two.
The first week is excellent, but I mean, if they want to avoid those lines, they just come in, it's all bagged up for them, they just pick it up and go straight to class, so that's great.
Great. Now, I think what we've been talking about overall is the credit side, and so how does the bookstore work with the non-credit folks down at the Garfield campus?
Oh, absolutely. We're fully on top of that. We have another bookstore at the Garfield campus, which we have open when they're there. So we have one employee, Washawn, who's excellent. He knows all the people over there. Any questions they have.
I know Washawn.
Yes, you know Washawn. So we're just moving. They're giving us a new location over there. So the bookstore is not disappearing at Garfield. If you don't see us in our regular location, we've just moved upstairs. So we'll make sure that's fully signed. But no, we work with all the teachers to find out which books they need. So we just have them all available in for the first time class. And we've even been able to start going to some classes and selling the books in the class, which is even more convenient. So we're just looking for ways to expand that as well. But we are fully committed to and supporting the Garfield campus.
Great, that's good to hear. Well, is there any major message you want to give to our audience about the Glendale College Bookstore?
I mean, we just want to be as convenient as possible and as affordable as possible to students. We want to be seen as a key part of the community. The bookstore isn't just a place for people to pick up their books. You know, we're a trusted partner to faculty. We help them work with the publishers. We help them select the right course materials. We gather everything together in one place so people can see what they need for their classes. We're a meeting point for people. You know,
I'll meet you at the bookstore.
Exactly. You know, if somebody needs a snack, they can come in for a snack. If somebody needs a pen, they can come in for a pen. If someone wants to show their school pride with a T-shirt, they can come in for a T-shirt. You know, we want to be more than just about books. We want to be a key, important part of the campus, and I feel we're really getting there.
Good. Good, good. You're making yourself known here.
Absolutely.
At the GCC campus. Thanks so much, Paul, for giving us all this great information about the bookstore here.
Oh, no problem at all. Thank you for coming by.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. Well, that's it for this Gateway segment today at Glendale College. I'm Deb Kinley, your host. We're always on at Glendale College at www.glendale.edu, and our phone number is 818-240-1000 if you'd like to call during business hours. Stay tuned to the next Gateways to Glendale College.